it's Richie again here, and we have...
And Spud, as always.
Yeah, hitting it up live
Can
again.
I say as always, Jack, considering it's only the second one?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Spud, as always.
Everyone knows, if people are going to be reading stuff on the site, they're going to know who we are. So
Yeah.
We've a strong connection with our readers and our listeners already. I can feel it, you know. We're best buddies, all of us, in this together. So
bring on the high-class hookers and the hotel rooms now. What's up?
Oh yeah, I got the coke backwards.
Excellent.
Don't tell Charlie Sheen.
None of that Pepsi shit.
So yeah, this is the second. I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks since we recorded the first one.
Yeah, about 3 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah, give or take. So
if all goes well, we're looking to have one up monthly.
Yeah, big time, definitely.
Hopefully.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Well, we're doing good at updating the site already, so I don't see why we can't chip in and get this off the ground once a month as well, you know.
Not like we've anything else going on anyway.
No, just reviewing games, writing about games, blogging, fucking...
I'm dreaming in pixels at this stage. Man.
Oh yeah, I have my own theme song when I go down the road. You've seen blocks and shit appear.
As long as I'm jumping over shitting away down the road, you're doing alright.
Yeah, just avoiding the manholes, power-ups and
fucking
stuff.
paper boy.
So yeah, we have... we're going with a bit of a format this week anyway, or this month I should say. We have a few notes in front of us just so we can keep track of things, you know, so we're not kind of losing our way. Which is good. I think we did great last time for a first off, in all fairness, you know.
I'm not going to blow my own trumpet, but yeah, we rocked!
Yeah, it was good,
Go on!
You know, there wasn't, there's no awkward pauses, we had fucking tons of stuff to talk about, you know, which was great. Because I was kind of worried the first time, but I think we nailed it.
Yeah, we did alright.
Yeah,
you know. We survived anyway. We survived.
Which is a good thing, you know. And feedback so far seems to be good from people. So, what more could you want, really? We'll try and keep it up, So, we're going to kick off this week with some news. What's been going on in the world of gaming this week? So, Spud, do you want to hit us up with our first news item? Have a chat about it.
Right. Well, first things first was yesterday. Was it yesterday? I believe it was yesterday. Steam was hit by hackers.
Oh, boo, bad hackers. Yeah, so I heard.
Possibly the same pack of sons of bitches that hit PSN there a couple of months ago.
It seems to have really similar kind of traits, as in, I guess with anything like this, they're not going to go ahead and admit straight away what happened or how it happened.
No, they like to see a wallow in it for a little while, before they come out.
Exactly, but the statements that Steam, or Valve I should say, and Sony admitted, they're almost identical, you know, they're the same kind of buzzwords, all encrypted information and credit card details. Well, they said they don't know yet about the credit card details, but I don't know, the PlayStation one was a big enough scare.
Yeah,
so
it was dodgy to say the least.
Yeah, so I could see this one getting worse before it gets better, and I suppose it's going to bring Steam a lot to the attention of the media as well, because they're fairly big, Steam is, but you know how the news loves getting their hands in any disc and hackers and blah.
Yeah, absolutely. Chances are games themselves are going to be blamed for this.
I
Look it, they blame us for everything else.
Yeah. It's like my son learned to be a hacker in GTA doing side missions. It's bullshit though.
But yeah, if it's not the same crowd that hit it last time, I reckon it's just a straight up copycat. You know what I mean? It's so similar.
This is kind of emerging now. You see, different hacker kind of groups coming out. You know, it was Anonymous, and it was Lulsec or something. Was this other one So they're kind of these things. I don't think they have any kind of. They don't have any real leadership. You know, there's not one person saying do this, do that. So they're kind of it's like chaos. They're always
it's not really organised.
Yeah, they're just splitting off into different groups and hitting different things. So Christ knows who's behind this latest one. But I'm just glad I don't have my credit card up on Steam anyway. Fuck that.
I don't have my details on any of that kind of stuff because
no way.
I don't have details. I'm a bum.
I'd rather have no details than Jesus. Can you imagine the panic if you're checking your bank account and you see all these different fucking things being taken out from? I hear when it happens it's crazy. They could be from Colombia and parts of America.
Yeah.
I know people who've had their ATM hacked and
and then you're sitting there and you can't afford Super Meat Boy and
time
to hand.
You can't buy stuff on Steam. It's a vicious circle. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Keep an eye on where it goes. But
what becomes of it now? You know what I mean? The big question I reckon is what's next.
Yeah.
You know, I'm reckoning Xbox Live is next on the shit list now.
It's waiting for it. Everything else has been hit. So. It's not looking good.
No, it's really not.
Hide your gamer score somewhere before it gets taken away forever. These things, it seems to be anything now with a credit card, I suppose, is fair game because everything's electronic now, like, you know.
Well, that's it. Like, everything seems to run through PayPal and so on and so forth these days. So
it's just nothing safe. It's not. It needs to be good old-fashioned money switching hands. That's not the way things are done anymore. It's all electronically, which is too easy to steal. Like,
which is another reason why I'm such a big fan of buying shit on disc. You know what I mean?
It brings us along nicely to, we were talking about anti-piracy earlier on, and you were saying what you were saying again about your discs. Like, it's...
Oh, me being a collector, you know, I like to have my shit in a physical format.
Yeah, hold it in your hand, hang it up, look at it on the shelf.
Yeah, you know, at this stage I've got... It's coming up in 300 games.
You've got a huge...
it's a bit ridiculous.
I've seen the pictures, including you even have your Mortal Kombat cabinet.
Oh, there's reasons I'm not married.
Less games.
But, and if that went all digital the way everything's going now, why not just be shit? The only way I can sum it up is that would be shit.
Like, you can kind of compare it to, like, having, like, artwork hanging on your wall or just artwork on your fucking computer screen.
Exactly.
Look at my collection of famous paintings that click. It's not the same. Like, you know?
It's the same again with music, if you ask me.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Like as I was saying to you earlier on, I don't download tunes because I'm a hefty criminal. You know,
we all are. I download anything.
But if I download an album, I usually go out and buy the record, man. Well, not record, CD, but I go out and buy the album.
But they say that's what actually contributes to, because like, a lot of people are giving out piracy, the usual blah blah blah, but they're saying, some people are saying it's actually helping the record industry in a way, because like, people are maybe downloading a couple of tracks, saying, I love this, I'm going to go out and buy it.
Yeah.
And they do go out and buy it, whereas before, if you saw a CD, you're like, will I or won't I? More often than not, you can go, I don't know what they're like, so I won't bother. You know, you're kind of taking a chance. So the way it's giving people a kind of a taste of what it is.
Yeah, no, I can feel that now.
You know, that's one way to look
at it. I know that with any of my personal favourites anyway, you know, and I know a record's coming up and I know I can't afford it.
Yeah.
I'll download I'll download the record beforehand, and then when I can afford it, then the week or two after, I'll buy it then.
There you go. So
you know what I mean?
What harm are you doing then? You're still supporting what you're wanting to go with, you know?
But with the gaming side of things, you can't really do that.
No.
You know what I mean? So you've got the choice of having one or the other.
Yeah.
You can have your download version, through your, say, a Steam or your Xbox Live Marketplace or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Or you can have your disc version.
Exactly, yeah.
Personally, I always go for the disc.
Oh, no, definitely. I'm big into that as well, because like I was saying earlier on that I bought Battlefield 3 like a couple of weeks ago, and I spent like good 50 quid or whatever on it. And I didn't even put the disc in the disc tray once, because like, it's all download now. You just... Basically, what you're paying your 50 quid for is just a tiny little sticker on the inside CD case with your code, and that's all you use, like, you know. So I don't even know why they bother giving you the CDs anymore, because, you know, everything's just digitally anyway with all this verification.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. But then again, in saying that, I could have just went on to Origin. It's like the EA version of Steam. And I could have just bought Battlefield digitally anyway, so it's kind of my own fault for buying the disc.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's a weird way to do things. Like, and a lot of people, this digital rights thing is really pissing them off, especially with that Origin that deals with Battlefield.
Yeah.
Like, there's been people on that. I was reading on the internet, there's one guy, his account was charged twice for purchasing Battlefield digitally, as in through their online store.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to have the worst customer service in the world, because he actually
That's
put
a
up...
bold statement, man. I walk in Abracadabra.
Oh,
you know.
Well, you might take the biscuit, but yeah, this guy had like actual screenshots of his interactions with this Origin store, like, it was all, he was saying, you know, you've charged me twice. Oh, no, we haven't, and all this. Oh, you need to do this and do that. They just wouldn't sort it out for him. Like, you know, it's just...
That's loading me arse. At least,
crazy.
Again, with the disc, then, you bring back the disc, you can say, motherfucker, this is scratched. And they go, oh shit, it is. Hang on, I'll get you another one. There you go. Good luck. Thanks very much.
It's just a lot more simpler, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean?
It doesn't need to be digitised. There's no reason for it.
What they're saying now, you won't like it, but they're saying in about 10 years' time, there's no such thing as disc anymore. It's all going to be digital, like, you know.
I'm not looking forward to that, man.
It's like, don't we look back at things like floppy disks now and
how they simply just are no more.
Yeah, it's just you laugh at it and go, Jesus. Like, we thought CDs were, oh my God, this is, you know, cutting edge. But again, in a few years, it's going to be nothing.
Yeah, well, CD sales in general have plummeted like a motherfucker, so they're obviously on the way out.
It is all digital now, isn't it? Like,
you know, I don't like the movement personally.
No.
Not for me.
No, I don't either. No, yeah. It's definitely.
I'll still be hunting down old school cartridges and shit while the rest of you guys are downloading the new ones. Like,
give me something physical any day. It's so much better,
absolutely.
Like. Oh, Jesus.
I've got shelves and they need to be filled up. Like, you know. I would have shelves if I didn't spend all the money buying the games instead.
No, you got the games, no shelves. We'll compromise. 1 week, buy no games.
Yeah. That's not going to happen, is it?
You can find a plank in your backyard. Just use that as a MacGyver the shelf, you know.
MacGyver that shit up.
We MacGyver everything else.
But so what else have we got going on with the news this week?
Well, I suppose we're talking about Battlefield, so we can talk about Call of Duty 3 being released. That's the big one.
Here we go.
There we go. It's
big old war starting now.
I can feel it already. Yeah, geez, we were looking at some statistics there, and it's crazy. Like, we were just wondering, I wonder who's winning out. Like, obviously you know already, because you know what kind of machine Call of Duty is. But what was it? It was like Battlefield sold 5 million copies in its first week.
Which sounds great.
That's brilliant. Until you hear Call of Duty sold 6 million in the first 24 hours. And there's supposed to be a recession on it. Where the fuck are these 13-year-olds getting money to buy their Call of Duty? I think Manny's purses have been robbed all over the country.
Absolutely. To buy shit they shouldn't be served anyway.
It's crazy though. So, but
that really is mind-blowing statistics.
Like,
it really is.
6 million in a day.
Yeah.
It's like I can't even fathom that kind of numbers. Like,
I'm wondering now if anything has sold more than that in the first day, game-wise.
There has to be something. Hang on, I'm going to look up the biggest selling game.
Because at the moment, I can't think of anything, bar maybe GTA 4, you know, which would have been massive.
That was probably the last big one, or Halo 3 and stuff was fairly crazy as well. But
geez, that Call of Duty, that takes the cake there with sales, man.
Can you imagine?
You know, and can afford the cake now too.
It can have anything it wants. That's all that matters now. Like, so I'm going to look up the biggest selling game in 24 hours and just see what we come up with.
See what we can get, yeah.
Oh no, here we go. Modern Warfare 3 at top of the list. Oh, sorry, 6.5 million.
It's only half a million, which is
give or take.
And to think that these bad boys are going, what, 50 quid a pop?
No, there you go, yeah. That's how much you made in 24 hours. 400 million. If you think about it, that's like $500 million in 24 hours. The game probably cost a few thousand to make. I don't know what fucking games cost to make, but
they cost a fair amount these days, man.
Yeah.
You know, I remember Ed Boon from Mortal Kombat saying that it took million to million just for the story mode, and there's never mind anything else.
Well, it probably would actually, because you've all like
the mocap,
and voice actors, and
everything,
and all these big composers doing the music.
Yeah, not to mention all the artists behind the fucking scenes, you know.
Yeah, no, it's big money, like.
But 6.5 million of these, almost $500 million quid, you say?
Yeah, it's like 400 million, like, you know.
Good lord. That is just mind blowing. It really is. Now I haven't played the new Call of Duty yet. I enjoy a bit of Call of Duty. I blew through the other two Modern Warfares, and I love Black Ops. I thought that was great crack.
Yeah.
But if it's raking in that amount of cash, it would want to be a good fucking game, man.
I'd say so, but like, I haven't heard.
If I bring this home and it's shit, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
I'd say I hear it's got a better campaign than Battlefield 3, which kind of goes without saying, because I always compare the two. Like Call of Duty 3 is like watching some huge blockbuster, and then Battlefield is like watching some documentary on the History Channel. You know, they're targeting different audiences. You know, Battlefield goes for the kind of the realistic, more realism side, like where Call of Duty is just kind of a popcorn kind of, you know, for it.
That's kind of why I like Call of Duty.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah.
The first time I played through one, which one was it now? It must have been Black Ops actually.
Yeah,
you know,
which I
first time really belting in and saying, right, I'm going to blow through the story mode here and I'm going to have a good time. And there's just so much happening all the time.
It's just
so intense that it's great fun, you know.
Yeah, like the thing I sometimes get, I'm interested to see if someone else thinks this, but how do you find following games and storylines sometimes? How do you find following storylines in games?
We talk Call of Duty, or
you're a typical kind of first person, kind of mindless, kind of. Bleh.
Call of Duty is a bit of a bitch for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Considering you can't actually see the character.
Yeah, you see, that's the whole problem I have is when I'm playing those games. I know I have to kill someone, but they're kind of like just faceless. Oh, I have to kill him because he's in this big. There's hundreds of enemies around him. I have a hard time sometimes remember going, oh, who was he again? Oh, no, that's the other man.
Yeah, no, I can feel that.
This kind of stuff, you know. Yeah.
The fact that the Modern Warfare games anyway switched from person to person on the way through.
Yeah, it goes back and forth a lot, and then the older like Black Ops
is going like, who the hell am I playing now?
Yeah,
I'm a Russian dude in an old snowy World War II level. I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was a British guy a minute ago.
That's what makes it hard as well, because they have the whole kind of World War II storyline with the older games. Then in Modern Warfare, obviously the hint is in the title, but it's modern, like, you know. But sometimes, because they're kind of released them in between each other, it kind of gets people, you know, because Modern Warfare 2, and then you had Black Ops, and then you had Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
So it's kind of...
I think there was World at War, and
World
in between the
well.
first two Modern Warfare
as
well.
Yeah. So sometimes you hear Call of Duty, and you forget, it's not just the one storyline, it's kind of up and down, like, but I haven't played Call of Duty yet, Modern Warfare 3, I haven't heard a thing about it, other than the moustache is back, so that's all I can...
That's the only reason
I've heard some stories concerning the moustache, which kind of upset me, but I'll wait to play the game first, see what happens, like, you know.
Captain Price's moustache is what it's all about, man, you know. You can kill the man, you can't kill the moustache.
It's going to get its own coffin when it's dead, just the moustache.
Character of the year, man.
You know. Legend, absolutely brilliant. But apart from that, I haven't heard a lot. I heard it's pretty much more the same, really. Probably bigger budget this time, more over the top.
But I suppose that's pretty much what's wanted, isn't it? You know, people don't want a big change from the last one. They just want the bad bits ironed out.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Iron out the creases, tweak everything to make it that little bit better, and give us more of the same. You know,
because obviously the formula's working if they're raking in that much money.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, you won't even be able to get that bad boy second hand now for ages. If you do, you're still going to be coughing up 50 quid. You may as well buy a full time for that.
See, that's what got me. I waited so long to play Modern Warfare 1. And at the time, I kind of didn't have a lot of money. And I was like, I'll wait now. And oh, Jesus, I was waiting for like about a year for it to even drop below 30 quid. Like, you know, just... It's still on, like, even on online stores, like on Steam and stuff. It's still 50 quid for Modern Warfare 1, like. And usually on Steam, if something's like a year old, you're going to get it for like $5 or something.
That's crazy. I think I picked mine up on Xbox for somewhere between 10 and 15 anyway.
Well, that's good, yeah.
Which isn't bad at all.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the reasons I'm not in a rush to play the new one at the moment, is because I only started playing Call of Duty around last Christmas.
Yeah,
Friend mate's house last Christmas. I was all against Call of Duty. It wasn't my cup of tea. He said, look, we're sitting down tonight, we're playing it.
Bang.
That's the end of it. I said, right, fuck it, go on, we'll have a bit of crack.
So you're just going...
Before you knew it was 9 a.m, we were still fucking playing it before I had to trudge home in the snow.
It does that. Oh, that sounds like a good story. I like that. Just like him.
Since then though, I bought Black Ops, I bought Modern Warfare 1 and 2, and I played through the whole lot of them.
Yeah.
So... in the last 12 months, I went through 3 of these games. I'm not in a rush to play more of the same just yet.
You're a bit full at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's fantastic, but I'll get to it in another 6 months. That'll do me, you know.
I'm the exact same. Yeah, I've just been on Battlefield for the last few weeks because I hadn't played Battlefield 2 in a long time. I used to play on the Xbox like nearly every day. Like I was addicted to it, but then it's been about 6 or 7 months since I last even played online kind of shooter-based games, like multiplayer-based. So, I was happy to get stuck into that again, but Call of Duty as well is going to wait a while for me. Like, just the big games so far that have come out, there's Call of Duty I've missed and Uncharted, which I'm going to wait another while for them. Cause
Uncharted looks deadly.
It does. I can't wait to play it, actually. I didn't get it, not for want of not wanting to play it, but just because I knew Skyrim and stuff was coming out, so I had to
be honest, I didn't actually realise it was out yet. I thought it was still another couple of weeks down the road.
Uncharted, it came out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not being a PlayStation player myself, I wouldn't really keep track. But I've never played the Uncharted, but they look phenomenal.
They are. I'd say like if
they'd nearly twist me arm into getting a PlayStation.
I was just going to say that if anyone wanted a PlayStation, the only recommendation against getting it I'd give them was to get Uncharted, because it's brilliant. It's just so good. Like, it's the most cinematic kind of game I've ever played, because the characters you actually care about. They actually come across. It's basically, a lot of people have said, it's just like sitting down and like watching an interactive film. That's the best way to put it, because it's got everything. It's like, I think the Uncharted games for me is kind of like, obviously the comparisons, it's like Indiana Jones and things like that.
Lara Croft.
Exactly. Yeah. This is basically the male Lara Croft.
Yeah, he looks like a he Lara. Alright.
Yeah, it's a he Lara. But that's pretty much it. Like, it's kind of, when you sit down to play it, it's kind of like sitting down to watch an old film you loved as a kid growing up. You know, it's just going to be fun and you're going to get along with it and it's going to be entertaining. Yeah. You know, that kind of way. Because it is great though. The writing and the acting is fantastic.
I must get me paws on them more these days. Like, if I ever get my hands on a PlayStation, I'll get the trilogy of that and I'll blow through the whole lot and I'll just one go to walk for a week. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah, I'll say that. You'd love it now. It's got that sense of humour. It's really kind of punchy but it's a great game though. I'd highly recommend it. Like,
that's one thing I do actually enjoy doing, is picking up a trilogy of games.
Just powering through them.
Yeah, I done it. I remember a couple of years ago sitting there and going, fuck me, I've got nothing to play.
Yeah.
You know, and then I thought, fuck it, I'll throw that in the Devil May Cry again. I wonder if I can do all of them in a week. Fuck it, I'll try it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So blew through 3 games in a week anyway. Nice. Nothing going on. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I thought that was just great crack, going from the very start of that all the way through.
Just take the whole story through.
You know, ignoring half of the second one because it was muck.
Yeah. Just going to say that. Yeah.
A week or two later, then I done the same with the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time trilogy.
Nice.
And like, I enjoy playing the game from start to finish, but when you can play an entire story arc like that with the 3 games from start to finish, it's good.
You get the whole package. You get to experience everything that it has to offer.
And see the game kind of grow as it goes along.
Yeah, I see it's a big jump going between the series, because when you're waiting so long for them, you kind of go, that looks great and all, but I say to go straight from one into the other, sometimes it's a bit of a system shock. Like,
it can be, especially if they've rewritten the controls and such. You know what I mean? You could be finding yourself with your head up your ass before you know it. Like, you know,
it always happens to me. How did I end up here again? But yeah, no, you're right. Like, that's true. That's crazy. So what else? I hear you're happy about SSX getting a release date, February, was it?
Yes, indeed.
Now, why do you like SSX? What does it do for you?
What
does it not do?
I kind of jumped on the Extreme Sports bandwagon as far as games go back when Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 came in PS1.
Oh man, that's a game.
Oh, I lost so many hours and a girlfriend to that, and I didn't care.
Oh,
no, one little bit.
No regrets.
It was all worth it.
The soundtrack of that game, I fucking loved it.
Oh, it was brilliant. Was it Pro Skater 2 that had Anthrax on it as well? Anthrax vs Public Enemy. Noise.
It had everything for everyone. It was just fantastic.
TNT by AC/DC.
Yeah.
Class.
Oh, fantastic.
But yeah, so many hours clocked up on that. So at branch out, I got loads of Extreme Sports games, and they're very hit and miss.
Yeah, I was probably the same as you. I think I got all the Tony Hawks, and like I said, I got the first SSX when I got my PlayStation 2. That was the only game I got with it for Christmas, so jeez, I put a lot of hours into that. But
the first one was not a bad game at all, man.
No, it was good. It was like Cool Borders. That was just
it was like the evolution of Cool Borders. Yeah,
I remember playing Cool Borders to death on the PlayStation demo disc.
Yeah.
Just like 3 minutes at a time, going, I want to play again.
You cut that corner like a knife.
yeah. But that whole Extreme Sports did have a huge explosion there for a while, didn't it?
It did. Cool Borders 2 actually was great. What else did you got? The BMX games never really got me too much.
I never played them either because I wasn't really into biking as much. I wasn't into skateboard. Well, I suppose I pretended I was. But
well, I wasn't really into any of the actual sports themselves. Yeah. I just enjoyed that kind of
the gameplay.
Yeah,
something about it. Yeah, kind of relaxing in a way sometimes.
Yeah, it can be. And then on the other hand, it can be really intense.
I know some fucking challenges in Tony Hawk that make me rip my. Oh fucking no! Just I don't want to jump off, but skate. Did you ever play skate?
Skate? No, because it was kind of taking it down to a real level. Wasn't it?
Jeez, I was just going to say that I got it now, and I wanted to like it so much because it did have it was kind of revolutionary the way it actually, like, you used your sticks to use, like, the way your legs are being, you have to position them, like, if you're, like, a millimetre off when you're trying to do, like, a kickflip or something, it ruins it and all.
Yeah.
And I was just saying, the challenges in that were so hard. I was actually enjoying it, just arsing around. But then the kind of free roaming got kind of boring, so I said, right, I'll just try and play the game properly. And, I must have only been like an hour in, and you have to do this grind down this set of steps. You have to do this really specific grind. It was like, I can't remember the name of it, but like I just kept doing the normal kind of standard grinds down. I was like, no, you failed, fuck off. You know? But it's just you have to angle your body a certain way, and then you have to angle your feet a certain way. It takes the fun out of it.
Absolute pain.
It's too much of a chore then. Like if you're
still, I've seen someone playing it there a couple of months ago on the Wii.
Oh, that does not sound like that could work for a second.
Do you want to go, Spud? No, thanks, you're alright.
Like your arms the way they are, playing Twister with yourself or something.
But the SSX.
Yeah, I took you off track, sorry. That's a big segue anyway, yeah.
The crack is with the new one, like I said, I enjoyed them. They went kind of downhill a bit, no pun intended, but...
The jokes are laughing in here.
Oh, absolutely, barrel of. But, no, they kind of seeped a bit after a while. Like, I think Tricky was kind of the big one, if you ask me. Like, I took what was good about the fourth one and threw in a bit more of that Tony Hawk kind of insanity into it.
Yeah.
Like one of the boys had a move where he took the snowboard off, put it on his nose, and spun around like the propeller on a plane.
It's another normal day. Yeah.
Like in midair, and then lands on the board, no hassle. It was ridiculous, and that's why it was fun.
Yeah. You don't want something too serious, like.
So the way they're doing the new one now is I'm not sure what the word is, so I'm gonna go mapped, right?
Yeah.
They went to NASA, and they
that sounds
got
good.
the information of the fucking, like, the wireframe maps of all the big ass mountain areas, mountain ranges,
yeah. We'll go with that anyway.
Yeah, let's roll with that. Big ass mountain ranges around the planet.
Yeah.
And they thought, here we go, this is the bomb now, real mountains.
They've done half our work for us already.
Then they realised there was no fun, so what they did was they took the same thing, except they carved their own little pathways into them with a lot of ramps and shit to make it even more crack.
Yeah, because didn't they do that? Apparently they released at E3 last year or something. They had like a kind of a preview trailer. I remember people going mental because they made it look really serious. I remember
that.
Like he's getting out of the helicopter and it was all... They said it looked like it could be started like Battlefield or something because it was like
that's
an
what
army
everybody was saying.
helicopter.
Everybody was clocking it as what was the fucking SSX Modern Warfare.
Yeah, that was it, yeah. And I think what they did was they were putting that trailer to kind of test the water to see what people would think. And then there was such a reaction, they kind of went, and then they went back and just put it out the way you were saying, like, more fun. Like,
yeah. But it looks like it's going to be just classic SSX.
And does it look kind of cartoony or anything, or is it kind of... Have you even seen it?
They still have that kind of cartoony feel, if you ask me.
Yeah, so it's not too serious.
All the little bits of story and stuff that they've released so far, like story and snowboarding games, suck it. Fucking.
Why would you bother? Like,
I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
But they've done it all in this kind of comic booky kind of style then as well. So they're going for it seems to be going for the light-hearted buzz that they always did.
Good, yeah. Good.
But the amount of mountain ranges there, the amount of mountains in each range, and the amount of start and stop points on each mountain.
You're going to have hours, days.
They said it's well over 100 races. Courses, so...
nice one. You're going to be a happy
rock and roll, man.
That's February, yeah.
That's February. I'm very tempted to throw pre-ordering for that, and I'm not one for pre-ordering games,
Yeah. No, me neither. Bollocks, load of shit.
But this one's got my eye.
I must get back into it, because that skate was the last kind of extreme sports thing I played. It was good crack, so we'll see if we can go and get something else up.
Yeah, if you can get one that's good, harmless fun, it's if anybody else can recommend us some now.
We need all the suggestions.
Yeah,
put them up.
Be more than happy to jam on a few more of these style games. You know what I mean?
But
before I break out the PS1 and just go through Cool Borders 2 again. Remember spending hours doing up my own board on that.
Yeah,
it was like a tiny little square all across it. And you could dollar in one little square at a time.
Yeah.
And I was doing the Duke Nukem logo.
Oh,
man, I was there for about 2 days, like doing this.
That's the dedication. That was the old-fashioned.
Looked the part then.
Yeah. I was on a huge Tony Hawk kick there for a while. Like, all I ever played. Oh,
they were a lot of fun, and when they went into the Tony Hawk Undergrounds, they were still
a jackass thing. Like, yeah,
you know,
that pissed people off. I don't care. I really like those underground games.
Yeah,
I thought
they were great fun.
It was fun. I think it was the real skateboarders like, oh, this is bullshit. You know,
but the real skateboarders probably wouldn't be big fans of jumping into the air and doing a million kickflips.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
We are, because we're gamers and
it's
fun. I did enjoy those games. Like, I thought they were
I couldn't tell one end of a skateboard from the other, but I could play the damn games, you know.
The wheels are meant to go on the ground. Don't stand on the wheels. Yeah, what else do we... Oh, the big news, the GTA 5 trailer. What do we think about that? You only watched it.
I only seen it just before we started recording here about 3 hours ago. And there's not really a whole lot to say on the subject, to be honest, because it doesn't show a whole lot.
There's not too much yet. It's like, obviously a teaser is what it is, but just see the mountain ranges in it compared to the older games.
Oh, the comparison is fantastic. If anybody hasn't seen it,
was it just GTA? GTA 5 looks better than San Andreas. It's called basically, like, but it's got at the top it's kind of frame by frame nearly, like
pretty
you have
much.
The trailer at the bottom.
Well, definitely scene by scene. Anyway,
yeah. And at the top then you got your PS2 San Andreas running above your new trailer, and they match it all up. And Jesus, like what was the name of the mountain range in San Andreas again? The peak. I can't remember it anyway, but
I couldn't tell you.
That looks fantastic.
You know,
it looks very good. And there's a lot of.
I don't even remember there being mountains in San Andreas.
Yeah,
I remember there being a convoy and other stuff. But I don't.
Yeah, I remember it was like you had the city. What was it, like Vinewood, and then it was
Los Santos.
Los Santos, and fucking the Vegas place.
Was that not Vinewood?
That was Hollywood.
It was Vinewood and Hollywood, not the same guy.
Yeah, that was the piss take. Like Los Santos was Los Angeles, then Vinewood was meant to be Hollywood.
Right, I thought that was the casino we kind of place.
It was.
I honestly can't remember.
No, I
which is weird because I managed to remember Grove Street when we were talking about it earlier on.
Yeah, Las Venturas.
Yes.
San Fierro, that was San Francisco. Jesus, that game was all over the place. Yeah, I had the Golden Gate Bridge and everything. Like,
it was a huge game.
I remember you had like all the kind of fields in the countryside.
Yeah.
And you had like all little hick towns and stuff. It was mental.
It was absolutely huge. And you had your ghetto and you had your kind of 5-star hotels then on the other end of things. And
it was the first big taste of what games could be. Like, it was so open. I think that's why to this day there's still this hype around GTA, because like so many games now have that whole sandbox, explore whatever you want. It's not new anymore, but just the fact that people still remember GTA was the one that changed everything. I think that's
I can feel that. Yeah,
I think that's why people still to this day, when they hear new GTA, it's like, oh my god, you know, because it still has that kind of bit of magic. Like, you don't know what they're going to come up with. Like,
I wasn't a fan of number 4, but I will be keeping an eye on this.
Yeah. You know? I'm the same. I'm just kind of going along with him now because I have fond memories of it and stuff. When GTA 4 came out, I went crazy and I ran all over town on opening day looking to get a copy of it, you know. But
all over there in the car that you just nicked.
Oh yeah, it's old granny hanging off the back. But so I'd be the same. I'm definitely going to. I'd say, it's a good year away at least. A couple of years,
I'd say
18 months actually. I'd say it could be like summer of 2013 before it comes out, like, or something.
There's an Armageddon before that, though, wasn't there?
Oh, bastards! Damn, I don't know, alien, asteroid, whatever bullshit is going on.
Motherfuckers! I'll just go with motherfuckers.
Yeah. But what do you reckon in the GTA 5 trailer? Because some people are saying the characters are meant to be from other games. Like, they're saying the main protagonist is supposed to be like an older version of Tommy Vercetti, and then you see that little clip with your man running down the sewers. It looks like CJ or something.
He does look a lot like CJ now.
It could be just even a wink saying, "Oh, it looks like him," you know.
Well, he's wearing the same kind of gear.
He's got the tattoos. And everything.
The white beater on him.
Yeah. It's definitely.
But the thing is, in GTA San Andreas, you could change your CJ
He could be anyone.
Exactly, you know what I mean?
The main guy could be CJ after getting the Michael Jackson skin change. I don't know. They could go anyway. That's what they do. But
it's kind of hard to tag him as CJ, considering you could change so much of his gear.
Yeah.
Like, when I was playing through, I had a big muscle-bound CJ and a pair of combat and a kind of Mr. T haircut going on there.
Oh, he sounds good.
You know, he was a beast.
Well, yeah, no, it's true. It's like there's so much customization now. Like, it's the same thing with me and Mass Effect. We never show Mass Effect, and it's always, the Captain Shepard one.
Yeah, he looks nothing like my Shepard.
No, when I see it, I don't even recognise it. I go, oh, Shepard. That's not Shepard. My Shepard is much more beautiful.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, nice to fly.
Yeah, it just takes away from it, like,
I can feel that now. Even when I'm looking at the cover of fucking Mass Effect, I'm going, he's your man.
Yeah, I don't recognise him.
He wasn't my copy of it. He must be DLC.
Yeah. Oh, man, in GTA 5 now, they're probably going to have, like, Los Santos' DLC only.
Richie, no!
And then Las Venturas will be pre-order only. And all you're left with is your house, and you have to buy everything else.
Yeah. Your house and a scooter. You know?
It's like, I don't know, people are gone so obsessed with these pre-order. It drives me mad. Like, I was even... Like, you're going to get the game anyway, unless it's a huge... Like, maybe Call of Duty you could have pre-ordered, but, like, I was in a game yesterday.
I don't think Call of Duty would have needed pre-ordering because
they
were expecting to
sell
that
getting those
many.
copies, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah, that's true.
Now, if you were looking for a special edition, sure.
Yeah,
you know, but
they're limited.
Just your regular edition, I reckon anybody in that mother could have got that. You know,
send in bucketloads. They just create all this hype, like, you know. Cause I was even in game and I was getting Skyrim, and I was like, "Oh, any copies of Skyrim?" And the man's like, "Oh yeah," and he was handing one out to me. And then the manager passed by and he goes, "Oh, Skyrim is all right in PC." And she's like, "No!" And she made this big song and dance running over. "Have you pre-ordered?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Well, you can't have it then. Like, we're getting in 10 tomorrow morning, so you have to come in then."
What?
I was like, 10? She's like, "Yeah, everyone's been expecting." I was like, "What the fuck are you getting 10 in for?" I was heading over to GameStop then. I was like, "Jeff Skyrim on PC." He's like, "Yeah," and he just threw it at me. No,
where was the first one?
Game.
Ah, well, there you go. There's the problem now.
I don't like...
I don't know. Fans of those motherfuckers.
No, they're too... When they're not being ignorant, they're just being... I don't know, too pushy.
Yeah, I've never met a company of people who had that head so far jammed up their own fucking asses, man. As these guys. It's unbelievable.
I heard one guy in there one day actually, like, nearly making, like... This kid was only in off his lunch break. He must have been, like, no older than, like, 10 or 11. And he's actually... like ripping into the child because the guy who liked playing Halo, he's actually there going, "Oh my god, don't tell me you play," and he was actually being serious, because like if he was messing with him, I'd be like, it's only a bit of good humour.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's like a full grown man of like about 30, like actually insulting this little kid over because he plays Halo. Like,
all I can picture there is, remember that scene from Spaced?
Yeah.
Where the little kid comes in looking for the Jar Jar Binks.
He rips his head off. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I'd imagine it played out like that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't far off it. Gee, my God, it's crazy. Oh, but that's...
The whole pre-order thing, man, I think it's a load of muck, to be honest. Now.
It is. It's like, I don't know, it's putting this...
I know I said earlier on I might pre-order SSX, but to be honest, I know I won't.
No.
You know I won't.
Yeah.
Our listeners now know we won't.
You're giving the secret away.
I've pre-ordered 2 games ever.
Yeah, geez, have I ever... It's a good question, actually. In GTA 4 I did, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that must have been.
I had a day off work and everything. I was like, "Oh, I'm so happy," but it's too easy to get caught up in the whole hype anyway. Even if the game was terrible, I probably still would have loved it. Like, you know, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I think the whole pre-order thing as well, I think it gives some people probably gets them more excited about a game, you know.
Yeah, no, I can feel that. Yeah, and with all the shit that's attached to it now, you know, you pre-order it and you get
like if you want your special
Mario's new hat or whatever the case may be.
Mario's nude hat.
You know, whatever the case may be, you know. Nobody else has this new hat. Look at a little wee me in his Mario hat. Like, he's so much better than the other wee me's. He's
awesome. He's the new one. But yeah, I did see a few of my friends got the Skyrim, the collector's edition. You get this big huge dragon statue. I was like, should have stumped up for that.
You see, now there I'd pre-order.
Yeah, it's good for that. Like, you got my Halo figures up there, but
like I said, I've only ever done it twice. Once because once was for the new Splathouse remake.
Oh yeah.
Back this time last year. Like,
yeah.
You know, because
why did you think you went for pre-ordering that?
Because they were only getting 2 copies in. And I wanted one.
I fight, I kill a man.
So I said, well, how much do I have to throw it in on it? He goes, oh, you can throw a tenner in on it. I said, how much is it? He goes, 50. I'll throw you 40. I'll come back with the other tenner tomorrow. If that's gone, there'll be trouble. You know?
Dedication.
Absolutely. I wanted that fucking game, man.
So you got it and you're happy?
Oh, yeah. I'm fantastic fun. Like, you know.
Oh, my God. There you go.
But there was that, and there was the latest Mortal Kombat. And that was it. And me being a complete over-the-top combat fan, and I wanted it. There was a special edition, came in a big-ass box. You got loads of extra costumes. You got a wee little kind of, not action figure, but a wee model, basically.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Of Scorpion stabbing Sub-Zero through the chest with a spear and dragging him over.
Oh, nice.
Looks like made out of clay or something. It's very fucking cool, like, you know.
Yeah, that's worth...
And there was we had that book of the artwork involved as well.
Oh,
so
there we go. Perfect.
For an extra 10 quid, yes.
See that? Yeah, I love when it's a reasonable price. Like, you know, when you start slapping these 150, 100 euros price bundles on things.
I think crazy. I got an extra fatality as well, didn't I? I did. I got the old school, what's the name, Scorpion fatality. You know, with the toasty one.
Oh, yeah.
So, but apart from that, no. Pre-order, not my bag.
Yeah. No, I'm the same.
If anybody who's listening to this now must be just thinking, Spud just sitting there saying nothing's his bag. He must hate everything.
He doesn't know. Okay, so what do you love? Give us one thing you
love. No. To those of you who are listening and think I hate everything, you're right.
He doesn't hate everything, just nearly everything. Same as me. We're very picky, but you have to.
Most things.
You have to be these days, like, you know. So, what have you been playing this week? I see you have plenty of reviews up on the site anyway.
Yeah, I just finished Mirror's Edge there.
Out of 10, what you give it? On the spot. Tick.
Fuck all.
Oh.
I give it a good 5.
5, yeah.
5 or 6, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's worth the playthrough. It's definitely worth the playthrough, but it's not going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic idea. It's one of the most inventive ideas I've seen in a long time. I know it's a good couple of years old now, but I've only got around to playing it now.
Yeah,
you know, and it's definitely one of the most inventive ideas this generation.
It is, yeah. It definitely is trying to reinvent things, like, you know.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know what Mirror's Edge is, you've probably been living in a box and
a white box on a very high building.
And you know, for that I feel sorry, but
so give us a run. It's kind of like basic free running.
It takes the idea of free running, which actually, speaking of free running, there was a free running game on PS2, which I think would have been thrown in with the Extreme Sports kind of.
Oh, what was this?
I never played it now. I just spotted it on the shelves a couple of times. I wouldn't mind checking it out.
Yeah, do you know the name of it? Or?
Yeah, well, I think we'll just call it free running.
Oh, right, yeah.
I really do. I could be off now, but
no, yeah.
I reckon I would have played something similar to your Tony Hawk's and so on and so forth.
Free run, yeah. I never heard of that now. I say it's probably a few years old at this stage.
I'd say so. It would have been back on PS2. It could have been muck now. You know.
Well, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Free run on PS2.
Yeah, there you go.
It's real. It's real. It has its own website. Free run the game on Wii, PC, DS, PS2, and PSP.
I might try and hunt that one down.
It mustn't be that old then, yeah.
No.
If it's on Wii is old now. Jesus,
we've been out a while.
I still think Wii only came out yesterday. Oh my God, there's a game, Smugglers Run. Did you ever play that?
No. I see it everywhere for about £2.50.
That is just a flashback to me now after seeing that. Oh my God, I love that game. It was just driving around.
Tell me more.
It was basically, in a nutshell, what it was it was taking what GTA did, sandbox, and just putting you in a car. And that's it was basically GTA in a car. Because
GTA you can't visit in a car.
Well, I did. And then you can't get out of the car. It was basically just driving everywhere.
Right, so
it sounds weird,
like a sandbox version of the old Drivers.
Pretty much, yeah. This was it would have been kind of like Driver, but it was I think it was one of the first games on PS2. So obviously the graphics then, that was the big kind of, oh my God, it looks so cool.
Yeah.
And you can go anywhere, like, you know, it was really big. And I remember it was one of the first games where you could see a mountain in the distance, and you're like, I want to drive up that mountain, and you could, like, you know, you could go anywhere you could look at the map. But that was just, I remember that, I used to love it, like, and then you had like 4 or 5 different type of missions, like those races and escort missions and the usual. But no, that just reminded me there when I saw it, yeah.
I've seen it in a load of GameStops over the years and other games places, you know, for about 3 or 4 quid, and I've never picked it up because you know yourself, if you see a game going that cheap that you've never heard of, you're kind of weary, even if it's only a couple of quid.
Go off a bit, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
But man, I would recommend that. No, it could have aged terribly. I don't know, like, but it was so much fun at the time. Like, oh god, I don't want to look at the screenshots.
Doesn't actually look that bad.
Yeah, no.
You know.
Yeah. It was all, I remember, had like, it was one of the first games where I had like different kind of environments. It went from like forests to grass to like, then there was like sand kind of desert levels and stuff. But it was great crack. Just spent hours.
Graphically, it doesn't look bad, especially considering it's the start of PS2.
Yeah, it's look at this. 2000, like 11 years old now.
Jesus,
I feel so old.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's Smugglers Run. Yeah, another little.
What we're looking at here, folks, is a picture of what looks like a little dune buggy, is it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's beating it through little suburbs and through forests and stuff, and it doesn't look bad at all.
No, worth checking out. Like, I definitely recommend it for an old kind of classic, like, you know. But yeah, no, that's what we talk about. Free running.
It might have been taken straight out of Roll Cage, like. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Smugglers Run, yeah. That's it. You were talking about your free running game.
Oh, it was, yeah, sorry, yeah.
I've taken this off chair again.
Yeah, Mirror's Edge, free running, but it's played through a fourth person perspective.
Interesting.
Which is a mind blowing idea.
Yeah.
And it's all done across like rooftops and very high buildings.
It's not good if you're scared of heights. So you said that in the review, and I had to agree with you. I was playing this kind of bit like, oh Jesus.
I could feel the stomach tipping once or twice, man. I genuinely had bumps. Like,
what really got me was, do you remember the stage where like you're already in the skyscraper, whatever it is, but there's all the scaffolding, and you have to go up the scaffolding. That bit got me because you're going up so high and you're looking, like, it makes you look down, doesn't it, to kind of walk properly.
Yes.
I was just like, oh Jesus, I just.
Oh, the first couple of jumps from building to building, man, I felt that, like, you know what I mean?
It does. It kicks off big at the start.
It was and there's one specific jump in, I think I might have mentioned it in the review, where you're going from one building to another. It's fairly far distance, so you're legging it along the arm of a crane and diving from there onto the next building. And it looks like about 6 miles to the fucking ground, like, you know what I mean? And it's mind blowing. When it works brilliantly.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work often enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I suppose it doesn't help. It's got a very cliched storyline as well, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, but it's not the kind of one way you're pushing for story anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if I had designed itself a bit better, a bit more, say, linear maybe. You know, so you're legging it down this path, you know, I'm going to go up this wall, onto that and away, instead of leaving these huge amount of buildings everywhere and going, I don't even know what I can enter and what I can't.
Yeah, it takes.
And mostly you can't.
It takes out essentially what the game is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like freedom and just running, like hitting one line onto the next one.
Spider-Man along the place a bit, like, you know.
Yeah. So kind of ambles a bit like that, it kind of loses where it's going.
Yeah, it kind of took away from it, especially say you're being fucking chased. You know, you're pegging it along, you
lose your momentum then, it just fucking destroys it probably.
It takes it all then, and especially if you're thinking, I'm going for that building, and then all of a sudden you realise, well, that building's not actually part of the game, that's part of the background, you can't go over there. You're like, well, where the fuck am I supposed to go? These guys are shooting me.
Yeah.
You know?
And there's no, like, there's no weapons or anything either, so it's all like kind of just attacking.
No, you can disarm your enemies now while they're swinging for you. If you time it just right, you can grab that gun and you can pop a few shots if you like.
Oh, right, yeah, I don't matter. It's been about 2 years since I played it, so I kind of forgot about that, yeah.
I think you're better off just outrunning them.
I think you're supposed to kind of run, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, I know you can't fight,
that's
but
kind of where the fun all is in the game. That's where it's all involved. It's just pegging it.
And did you do any of the time trials, or did you be bothered with any of that?
I tried one, it took me about 3 days.
Yeah, I was the same. I think I got past.
That was only one run at it, was about 3 days to get from start to finish.
And then when they do that, Joe, where you can see the ghost of who was the highest score.
Yes.
Like, oh, you bastard, how can they do that? Like,
I wouldn't mind, but even if you troubled on your own ghost.
Yeah, you didn't look to be doing better the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
how the hell did I pull that one off?
It's like the first time you do it, it's like beginner's luck, and then all of a sudden you're just walking into walls, and the ghost is like, wee.
So what have you been playing then? What are you on?
Right. Battlefield, I talked about that yesterday. Skyrim It's
the big
done.
one, 11, 11,
It's
11.
in. Goodbye life, gone. So I haven't had a chance to play a huge amount yet because I was held back in work yesterday. I just got to get it and then go to work. So
Quit walk, play video games.
yeah,
That's what I reckon.
I'll just go take this up as a full-time job anyway. I'm sure IGN or someone's going to be looking for us soon, so we can quit our jobs now.
Rockstar, baby.
Yeah. But Skyrim so far, fantastic. You know exactly what you're getting with an Elder Scrolls game. You know, it starts off like all the other games. You're an unknown person, and it starts actually cool because you wake up and it's done like a film. I love the way games are doing that now, where you can control it and you can look around and you have the credits coming up over the screen.
Oh yes.
Film. So it starts off, you're in this snowy mountain. Like Skyrim in these games is basically, it's in the far north, so it'll be kind of like
all icy.
all ice and snow,
yeah.
and it's kind of very kind of Swedish look because the people are all like Norwegian kind of looking. They've all the blonde
And
hair,
women
and
look
tall,
better, like.
as you do,
Yeah.
as they do. So it starts off, you're in this carriage and you're going down this rickety fucking ass hill and there's snow everywhere and you're looking around and there's a few other boys chained up beside you and you're kind of talking to them and you don't know who they are, and then one guy goes, "Oh, it's you, no wonder after taking us," and you find out one of these guys is coming along with you. He's like the leader of the rebellion. No, he's not. He is the leader of the rebellion against, because in the Elder Scrolls games there's a huge empire and these rebels are trying to take over. And so,
Right. Medieval kind of
Star Wars. Exactly,
Yeah.
that's where it's coming from, yeah. But it's basically he's been captured and you've been kind of captured in with him, so everyone's blaming, oh, they're going to kill us all because you're here. So it is find out they're going to kill you and they bring you down into this little kind of courtyard castle and the executioner's there with his fucking big axe and they send up the guy in front of you and you see him kneeling down right in front of you, head chopped off, the whole shebang. And then you're next and your head is down on the block and he lifts up the axe and then you see from behind him this big huge dragon coming in and destroys the place and then you escape. It's such an epic opening.
I'll be honest, that's the last thing I expected.
Yeah, it's just so
It's
good.
deadly.
Yeah, it just takes you like, because the whole thing with Skyrim is you're called Dragonborn. It's basically you can talk to dragons. That sounds so fucking stupid, but
It sounds like it has to be taken with a slice of cheese.
yeah,
man.
it does
Yeah.
big time. But that's the whole storyline behind that. But so far, like, I'm loving that. I remember showing you earlier the dual kind of magic and stuff.
Yes.
'Cause,
Which look very cool. And the graphics are
class.
fantastic.
Yeah, no, it looks
phenomenal.
Really good.
Like.
Yeah, definitely. So big as well. Like, but like in the old kind of, whenever I've seen magic done in any game before, nearly it's always shooting fireballs kind of type thing, or shooting balls of energy,
Yeah.
or maybe electricity sometimes. But it's kind of one of the first games I've seen where you do your fire spell and it actually comes out of your hand like a flamethrower, which is fucking looks class.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can basically equip anything in one hand and anything in the other hand. So you can have 2 swords in each hand, you could have 2 shields, or it even works with your magic. So
You're never getting any walk done with 2 shields.
no, exactly. But you could if you wanted to. But yeah, so the spells, well, which is really class, because you can have like a healing spell on one hand, a flame spell on the other hand, so you can attack and heal yourself, work that way.
That's cool, yeah.
And then if you combine 2 of one spell, it becomes the same spell but really powerful. So you can do a huge big flame ball, or you can heal
double
yourself.
blast them with
Exactly,
it. Like,
yeah. But that's I think one of the best things I like about it so far. But then the inventory, I think they've completely dumbed it down. Like,
Yeah? How so?
I don't know, it's just, it seems everything is just kind of a line of text now. It gives you everything you need. It tells you what power the weapon is and what damage it does and stuff. But I don't know, I kind of prefer the older, where you have a little screenshot of your character when you're in the inventory, and as you equip and de-equip different weapons stuff, it kind of shows what he looks like. It shows
Oh, right, yes.
different
yes.
armour coming on. I don't know, it's a bit of a nerdy thing, but I kind of like that.
No, I can feel
Yeah,
that, yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
that option is in it, but I haven't found it yet, so, but we'll see.
And would you be far into it now? Have you played much of it?
Oh,
What have you clocked up?
I'd say only about 2 hours. I'm
Yeah,
literally
it's still in the early
at
stages.
the very beginning. I've done the first quest, but like an Elder Scrolls game, I have about 20 side quests to do already. Like, they just keep adding them on and adding them on.
Oh, that sounds like assignments in college to me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what people say about this game. Like, I know, like, a friend of mine loves the games as well, and I asked him the other day, I was like, have you played it yet? He's like, no, I don't have time to devote 6 months of my life to Skyrim yet, which is true, because once you play that, goodbye,
That's
you're not,
a good look.
you're not going to play anything else, you're not going to do anything else, but I'm just going to tap it away at it, like, we'll see how it goes.
Oh, that's cool. That's
yeah,
cool.
it's good so far. It's good.
The only other one I've been playing now, that didn't come out as English, sorry. The only other one I've been playing is Print a Page, A Fallen King.
Oh, on the DS.
On Nintendo DS.
What do you make of it?
That was a lot of fun.
It's good.
It's a hell of a lot more fun than it has any right to be.
Yeah.
You can do all the things that the Print a Page does. Except
mini form.
Except it's all with the wee stick. Which is just the most bizarre idea.
Yeah, it works though, does it? Yeah.
It works fairly well now, yeah. It works surprisingly well. Like, touch the wall, he'll run up the wall. Touch the opposite wall, he'll hop up onto that then.
Oh, yeah.
You touch the enemies to swipe at them, then touch the prints to block, and...
Oh, interesting, yeah.
It's a lot of fun, that.
It's good, though. You were saying earlier on about the ledges. You said the one thing kind of annoyed you was you can overrun the edges kind of bit.
Yeah, well... Trying to make him walk seems like a bit of a pain. You hold the stick far away from and he runs. Hold the stick close to him and he'll walk.
Okay, yeah.
Double tap the stick and he'll roll.
Shit, yeah.
And when you get him to walk, all too often he goes into a roll and winds up in a bed of spikes.
Oh, as he's wont to do.
and he's not the PS2 fucking print, so he can't rewind time.
I was just going to ask you, does he have his... rewindy job,
No, this is the print from the Xbox 360 one that was just called Print a Page.
I liked that game. Did you like that?
I did, but I wanted it to be the other games.
Yeah.
I like the other ones too much to really latch onto it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they are completely different. Like,
I wouldn't mind, but I was begging for the PS2 print to come back, the Santa Time print. And then brought them back, and it was a shit game.
Yeah.
And then I wanted the other prints to come. You just can't please me.
Oh shit, the other, what was the name of the other?
Forgotten Sands.
Jesus, I just realised that I never even touched that.
You're not missing a whole lot. With a bit of harmless crack, but it's very, very short.
Go away, yeah.
Yeah, very short, very easy.
It didn't make much of a...
No, I think they just might
have
thrown it out there because the movie was coming out at the same time.
Of course, which I'm not going to watch. I just can't bring myself to watch.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
You watched it, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
never again, ladies and gentlemen, never again.
Yeah, I've been steered clear of it more so than any other video game film ever,
it's diabolical. It really does. Ostrich racing, for Christ's
sake. Ostrich
racing.
Oh, these chocobos out of fun. Paint them yellow.
Different ball game, man.
I watched the shit out of that film.
I think he might use the actual sands a bit twice in the whole film, and the thing that pissed me off isn't the fact that he's a weenie from Donnie Darko. I'll let him away with that. Isn't the fact that whoever wrote it never played a video game in their lives. I'll even let him away with that. Is the fact that he has a name.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. Exactly. It was a shit film.
Yeah.
But... the Print a Pages, they were always just known as the prints.
The prints, yeah.
There was a bit four of them probably over the years, but it was always just the prints.
That's the kind of bit of shtick I had. It wasn't good Johnny of Persia or anything like that.
Always makes it a bit, complicated when you're talking about, this is my favourite print, which one? The one from the prints.
Yeah, exactly, the one that sings.
But, yeah. But, no, to give him a name, man. Give him a name.
You see, this is... Fucking Jerry Bruckheimer did that. No, Michael Bay, was it?
Oh, I don't think so. I think it could have been the fourth guy you mentioned now.
Jerry Bruckheimer, it was, wasn't it?
Possibly.
It was a fucking Disney film, wasn't it? So
yeah.
It's going to be... I know, hitting the ground. They tried to make it Pirates of the Caribbean, I'd say, or something.
Pretty much.
That's just the vibe I got, sex it up and have...
I just wanted to see him run along walls, chop up sand monsters and shit.
Was it sand monsters?
I can't remember, it was ostrich racing.
Did they eat the ostriches after? Ostrich is delicious.
I'll tell you what, for a guy who can rewind time, you would not rewind that fucking film.
Oh. Dingo! Oh my god, yeah, that's bad though, Jesus. I'd say it's not even as bad as the Uwe Ball films. Did you ever watch any of them?
The which?
The Uwe Ball or whatever. The German guy. Oh, you're in for a treat.
Tell me more.
It's that guy, he does all the video game films, like Postal and Dead or Alive. Did you Dead or Alive?
I've seen Dead or Alive, that was awful.
Maybe, if it is, or Alone in the Dark, you did film on Far Cry.
There was a film of Alone in the Dark?
if there's a reason you haven't heard of it, that's all I can say. I had fucking I had like Christian Slater and fucking what's your one, Amy Smart or something, stupid blondie one. What was it? But yeah, no,
I'm useless with actors, man. Absolutely useless.
This guy, basically, all he does is he takes like the rights for films and like video game stuff, and he just makes awful films. Like House of the Dead as well. He had made a film of.
I've actually got the DVD of House of the Dead. Yeah,
it is just absolutely, it's ridiculously bad.
It was bullet time with zombies.
Yeah, that's all it did. That's every other kind of film he does. It's just like that. You know what I mean? I know it's Tara Reid. Sorry, and Alone in the Dark film.
How did you get away with it?
I go these stupid.
I'm gonna download that maybe when I go home, man.
It's supposed to be terrible. Apparently, the only thing that has any way similar is like he wears the same kind of coat and he has the revolver. That's the only thing, is like Carnby. The only, just I think it's the same name as well, but that's where it
that
ends.
can be said about so many fucking video game films at this stage.
Forget about it. Like,
I remember saying to you there a little while ago, and I still stick by it, that if you're going to do video game films, do it the way Resident Evil The Generation done it.
Animated, like.
Yeah. All CGI, whole thing looks like it's a cutscene straight from one of the Resident Evil games, and the voice actors do the voice acting.
You see, you can stay.
Leon is Leon, Claire is Claire.
Yeah, you can just stay with the source material then. You don't need to.
Yeah.
You can just stay familiar with that because you have the same kind of universe then when you animate and stuff, because you're used to, like, it's kind of like watching a game being played when it's done that way. Like,
exactly. Just an hour and a half cutscene, that's what it feels like.
Yeah,
and it's great. It's not the greatest of films now, but
it's a hell of a lot better than probably the real live action ones. Which
definitely.
No
although I have to admit, I did like the latest one, the Afterlife. I had a bit.
I like Sid Westgren. At least kind of. I don't think Westgren the other films as well, but it was nothing like him. At least this time it was. You could see they actually tried to take things because they had the executioner and everything. Didn't they?
That's right, yeah.
So they tried to take some parts.
I wanted to hate it because I hated the rest of them, but I really enjoyed it now. I got a lot of kicks out of that one.
Yeah, I thought it was...
Chris Redfield even made an appearance in that.
Yeah, and he's actually decent in it. Like.
Now, whoever makes those films, where the hell is Leon S. Kennedy? Get him in now. It's been too long.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
We need Leon to make an appearance.
Would be a good guy to play him. Jesus. I can't even think. Yeah, new kind of angry Leon would be good.
Sorry?
New Leon. Make him nice and angry.
I don't think so.
He's a bit naive when he's in Resident Evil 2. You know, he's grown into himself a bit since then. You know?
Yeah, no, he knows what he's at now when he comes around to Resident 4. And he's, kicking villagers in the face. And,
protecting president's daughters.
Yeah.
I don't know what...
Diving out windows.
What the
does a ladder, but he dives out the windows.
Yeah, why were they even visiting that place in the first start?
Sorry?
Why were they even visiting that place?
To rescue the president's daughter.
But why was she there?
She was kidnapped.
Why? So did they kidnap her from America and bring her there, or was she in the area and she got kidnapped?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what gets me, is like, why is she there? Like, was she visiting and she got kidnapped?
Yeah, well, maybe that was it. I'll take a holiday in Spain and, get a bit of Las Plagas into me and
Las Plagas.
Bit of sex on the beach and I'll be grand. Oh, no, kidnapped.
Dirty bastards.
Yeah, kidnapped by a midget in a Napoleon hat, as far as I can remember.
He's terrifying. What? Salazar he's called or something, isn't
That's it, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
No, he was the big bad, wasn't he? The midget was someone else.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right, yeah. Salazar was the beardy guy.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. It was somewhere kind of weird. I can't think of the name of him now, but yeah.
Why was she there? Where did they go?
No, that's just what I think. I know she's kidnapped.
It's not like the bad guy that can do a whole lot of thinking.
They got on a plane, went over to America.
Crazy up passport,
I would keep his passport as Napoleon. Yeah, that was a good game. Jesus.
That was a good game.
Yeah. Brings back
Leon just felt like an absolute powerhouse in that. It was great.
Yeah,
he was such a badass.
Yeah. Very just plowed through everything.
I actually started playing through that again a couple of weeks ago, and I borrowed the disc of it off a mate of mine. Unfortunately, doesn't work.
Oh, why?
Coming into, I think it's the second or third chapter, and it just
crashes.
Won't load up. I keep on trying to get through the cutscene, but just can't do it.
Bollocks.
Because it was just had coming out on Xbox Live Arcade.
Oh yeah, that's
for 20 bones, and I thought,
well,
fuck you,
HD
Capcom,
version,
I'm going to play the old one. Stick it to the man, and Then the man stuck it back and it didn't work. So.
No. We gotcha. God almighty. But yeah, it's a nice little run through what we've been going through anyway. There's a few other things we've been playing, but they're up on the site anyway. And the site updates, we're going to get a few things. We've done some lists, because we're good, and we're thinking about trying to get interviews with people. We don't know who yet, but a few ideas in the works. So.
Snoop Dogg.
Don't give it away, Jesus.
Not Snoop Dogg. No.
Frodo Dog. My dog. But yeah, no, we've a lot of ideas, and we're getting a nice bit of traffic on the site. We had 114 the other day. So that's good. It's just
still at top so far.
Yeah. It's just
so keep on coming and tell your friends.
Yeah, you're doing the right thing. Keep going, people.
Yeah.
It's just we need a comment box now, and we've a few kinks on and work out. We're trying to figure out a way to stream the podcast on the site, so that's going to be a lot easier for people. Because downloading is a pain in the ass sometimes. It's a bit too much effort.
But there's a few bits and pieces that need to be ironed out, and then sorted. We'll be happy, man. It'll be better than Modern Warfare 3.
Oh yeah, we're going to have 10 million people in our first day. To hell with them all. So keep an eye on the site, because we're updating nearly every day.
Yeah. Also keep an eye on the Facebook. Anytime we update on the site, we throw it up on our wall on Facebook. So just to let people know.
Exactly. And
feel free to like us and feel free to share us
with all your friends who love us. And I'm going to put some up on Twitter as well, try and get some people from that end in. So yeah, until we get that done, I think we're on the right track anyway. We're getting plenty of stuff down. So keep an eye on stuff to come in the future. And
what can they expect to come in the future?
In the future, we hope to have, like I said, streaming podcasts from the page.
Any reviews or blogs to look forward to?
Yes, I am probably going to do a review of, I'm going to say Battlefield, because that's the most recent game I've played through completely, and I'm playing a lot of multiplayer and the single player, so I can give a nice kind of
variation.
All around
I like that.
And I'll be throwing up little bits on Skyrim as well, I'd say, because we'll be playing that an awful lot.
That's going to take a bunch of reviews, isn't it?
That's going. We're probably going to have to make up a whole new site just for the Skyrim. We'll take up all our bandwidth on just images alone. But that's what I'm going to be doing, and I have a few ideas for some blogs. So I'm probably going to be doing that tomorrow, the whole piracy topic.
Cool. We won't throw them out just yet.
We'll keep it quiet.
But we'll get them up soon.
Yeah, and so what are you going to be up to for the week, do you think?
I'm just starting Dead Space 2, so
Woohoo.
Hopefully I have something to do with that up soon enough.
Hope you're feeling your pair of pants ready to go.
Oh man, this is scaring the shit out of me.
Yeah, I want to see, it's supposed to. I've heard good things. I'd say it's as scary as the first one, I think.
I'll tell you what, it's going to take me 2 playthroughs before I can get a review up on it, because I refuse to write a review on it at the moment.
Yeah.
Because you have to take a few notes as you're going through the game.
Yeah.
It's going to ruin the experience of the actual game, because you've got to throw yourself into this one.
That's a very smart idea, yes.
So
this playthrough's for fun, the next one.
I'll be all professional then.
Yeah.
But for the fourth one, no, I'm just going to dive into the world of survival horror.
It's just for you. It's just for you. Get some necromorph.
But there's bound to be a bit of fucking blogging going on somewhere to throw in with,
Definitely, yeah. So
if anybody's got want to get him, I'll tell you as always, even though it's only the second one.
No, you say as always. I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah, right.
You just take it as you see fit. It's all good.
But if anybody's got any recommendations, send them our way. Games that you'd like to see reviewed.
Yeah, perfect.
Or topics that you'd like to see us bring up on the show here.
Yeah, and we're hoping maybe at some stage start doing some kind of features as well, maybe lists or like our favourite X and Y type of games, things like that. So any ideas, send them all on to us.
Yeah. Send them in, let us know. Hit us up through the Facebook, hit us up through the site.
Share us and love us.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, we'll probably call it an end for this month's podcast. Or this
drop in for
episode.
a super duper Christmas edition next month.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have our Game of the Year awards. It's all going to be good. So we hope to see you then. So,